I forgot to film the intro. Today, I am attempting to recreate and differentiate the 80s authentic goth look versus the modern trad goth look. I think that the 80s goths and goths now in style are very different, but I think that is wonderful. The goths of the 80s often didn't have a fully white base, partially because that just wasn't really the thing, partially because where are you gonna find quality white base in the 80s / late 70s that isn't. When did Spirit Halloween start? So if they put anything for their base, they would use powder. And honestly, I have a loose powder too. Now it's really cakey. So I might use that. Probably not. They probably didn't prime. I low-key don't know if when primer was a thing. I think it's a relatively new thing because where is it there? It says price tag still on it. Primer / base corrects redness, crystal-like skin with spirulina. Okay, let's put this powder on. This is gonna do nothing.
I can't stop winning. I can't stop winning. I can't stop winning. I can't stop winning.
Usually I take my piercings out when I do makeup. Apparently not a lot of people do this, but I just hate getting it dirty. Loki, I think I played with it too much last night. And it's irritated, as you can tell. I've had this since my 15th birthday. I'm turning 17 in less than a month. Yay! Everyone clap. Thank you. But it still hates me. You know, it wants me dead. It acts like it. I'm acting like it's not enough. Because, well, it's perfect. Because they didn't really do that much. Let me look at the mirror. Yeah. For the base, it was never really the priority. For me, it was, I guess, because I have 2 different powders on and primer. Okay. Eyeliner. Really important thing, guys. Should I be medicated, guys? I know I'm neurodivergent. No one likes Batman this much. I know I am Batman enthusiast. 2023, my 8th grade through freshman year. That was peak hyperfixation on Batman. I had a huge book on the history of Batman. Because I love those big history books. I need to do my makeup. Okay, just put a clip of me doing my makeup over this. Thank you. But I was really obsessed with Batman, and so I wanted to make an Instagram account for all the goth things. And I was I really like Batman. I should be Batman enthusiast. And that point in my life taught me how to spell enthusiast. Fun fact. Okay, I low-key have no idea where the audio went. If you hear dress to impress in the background, no you don't. But I think I was just talking about how this general eyeshadow shape was really common for goths in the day. How's everyone doing today? Just kidding, don't care. Eyeliner's over now. Kinda. Okay. They usually wore their eyebrows pretty natural. But mine are pink anyway, so what's the point in keeping it natural? Because they're not. I feel having thin brows was also popular at the time. But not as popular as it is now, because in the 80s, thicker brows were definitely the beauty standard. The eyebrow having that triangular part of it, that was definitely a thing. It just wasn't, very triangular. It was more blocky. for lips. They rarely wore a black lip. You could like take your eyeliner and color your lips in, but because it wasn't like found that often as a product, they usually like wore whatever the darkest thing they could, or they just wore their lips natural. It's like a deep purple. I'm almost out. I'm not trying to gatekeep, guys. All I know is that it was at Walmart and it was called, like, the color name was called Cran Raisin. That's all I know. Anyways, I'm gonna use this. So I have that. What else do I need? Mascara. I would also say that while lashes are popular now, they were definitely not as used by anyone, actually, back in the day. Party on you, party on, party on you, party on, party on. Let's get dressed. Y'all know darn well I had to start with a leather jacket. Thing is, most people wore some sort of black jeans or black pants, but I don't have any pants at all. And so plaid was also really popular, so I found my plaid skirt and then I changed my shirt to this because it just seemed more 80s. And then I wore this shoe and tight combo. The bat is from Etsy. All the other jewelry, unfortunately, is either thrifted or gifted, but it looks cool, you know. And then onto my favorite part, I started teasing my hair, and I really like this part. You know, I really like how big it gets. It's a whole part of the experience. And I started hairspray. Don't forget to hairspray, your hair will fall out. It not like out of your head, like it will go, it won't be puffy anymore. And then I did the opposite side, and I just really enjoyed how square my head was at this point in my life. It was very entertaining. And this was about as much of the outfit as I could get in one shot. It was very difficult. There's not a lot of places to put my phone, but I really like this. Okay, my makeup is all washed off, as you can tell. And now I have to do the whole thing over again. The modern interpretation of trad goth, I would say, is a lot more, it's more contrasting because the very ever so popular white face, which I think it's very important to say the white face, not necessary at all. I do it because I like it. It's my personal preference because it's all about what you want to do. Because if someone's gonna dictate how goth you are by how you look, that's like really stupid. That's like really. And like you should punch them in the face or something. You don't need that. Never try to push yourself to need that. There's a lot of influencers online. I can like link them in my not link them. I'll just put their names right on the screen, on my face, on my forehead. Sorry, that was fast. You might want to pause that. But they're all people of color who don't, or usually don't, wear the white face paint. And like honestly, like my white face isn't really that white because I don't have white foundation. I use the lightest shade I have. You're gonna piss me the flip off. How long have I been goth? Since the summer before my freshman year, maybe the end of 8th grade, I'm not sure actually. I started because I was drawn to the look of it, but I made sure to like educate myself because like even as a youngster I knew that like it was music based. I don't throw around the P word often, but like in this sense, like if you don't listen to the music, you are technically a poser. But, you know, I can't really stop you, so have fun with that. Another question. What are some beginner bands? I'll put them on screen and maybe say a few. Number one for me, my like favorite artist of all time, Susie and the Banshees. I DIY'd a shirt because I couldn't afford a band shirt. I'm just not gonna talk. I'm just gonna. Here is the finished makeup look. As you can see, it is quite different from the authentic 80s. Let's go get dressed, guys. Yep, the voiceover's back. I got this like corset top. I thrifted it a couple days ago. It was a freaking find because I don't really have like the Amazon corset that everyone else has. And I layered these two skirts. One of them's cut up in the front. I think it's really cute. I think we wear a lot of skirts now. I think a lot more than we did then. These are like the necklaces I wore, very similar, just a little more simplistic. These are the bracelets. And for hair, while bats nests are still incredibly popular, I feel as if a lot of modern goths choose to wear their hair down, which makes sense. My hair gets so gross after I tease it and stuff. But yeah. Oh, and here's Jasper. Everyone say hi, Jasper. Well, I suppose the saying's true, everything must come to an end. I hope you liked this video. It was a really big project for a first video, but I have like one other video idea that I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna try to get on that. But I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for staying if you did. Peace out!